5 seconds. Start. The appellant herein, a former minister in the state of Jharkhand, has preferred the instant appeal against order dated 18 December 2025 passed by the High Court of Jharkhand at Ranchi, whereby the High Court rejected the appellant's application for suspension of sentence and grant of bail during pendency of the appeal. It is alleged that as against a pre-check asset of rupees 10.5 lakh, the appellant amassed assets worth approximately rupees 57.01 crores. These assets include land in and around Ranchi and a palatial bungalow. It is further alleged that after becoming a minister, the appellant floated construction companies and got them registered with the Rural Works Department in order to legalize his illegally acquired wealth. It is also alleged that the appellant misused his position to illegally acquire large tracts of tribal land in violation of the provisions of the Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act 1908. The transactions were made in the name of his wife by furnishing false residential addresses and submitting false affidavits. The investigation further revealed that such illegal transactions were orchestrated in connivance with public officials, including the Land Reforms Deputy Collector and Circle Office staff, who facilitated illegal transfers of tribal lands despite statutory prohibitions. Upon completion of investigation, the CBI submitted a charge sheet dated 11 December 2012 against the appellant and other accused persons for offences punishable under sections 120B, 193 and 420 of the Indian Penal Code 1860 and sections 13.2 read with 13.1d of the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. The sentence awarded to the appellant in the said case was suspended by his court and he was granted bail wide order dated 28th April 2023. The application for suspension of sentence filed therein came to be rejected by order dated 18 December 2025. Are being aggrieved of such rejection, the appellant has approached his court by way of the present appeal by special leave. Furthermore, properties, assets of the appellant valuing approximately rupees 18 crore stand attached and seized under orders passed by the adjudicating authority in proceedings initiated by the Enforcement Directorate. It was further urged that the appellant was already undergone imprisonment for a period of nearly 4 years in the early case. In the present case also, he has been sentenced to undergo rigorous imprisonment of 7 years each under Section 120B read with 13(1)(d) and Section 13(2) read with 13(1)(d) of the PC Act 1988 along with 2 years rigorous imprisonment under Section 120B read with Section 193 IPC, which according to the appellant tantamounts of a dual punishment of the same set of allegations, thereby using in the teeth of right against double jeopardy as guaranteed under Article 23 of the Constitution of India. The appellant and his family members undertake to extend full cooperation in restoring the land of its original status. It was contended that there is no likelihood of appeal being heard in the near future, and considering that the maximum sentence awarded is 7 years, the appellant deserves to be enlarged on bail during the pendency of the appeal. Learned Additional Solicitor General appearing for the respondent CBI vehemently opposed the submissions advanced on behalf of the appellant. He submitted that the appellant, while holding the responsible public office in a minister in the state of Jharkhand, misused his official position and indulged in extended act of criminal misconduct, thereby amassing assets grossly disproportionate to his known sources of income. He contended that the allegations against the appellant are grave in nature and therefore he does not deserve the indulgence of bail. He also submitted that the tribal land in question has been confiscated. It was, however, pointed out that till date no steps have been taken by the state government for cancellation of the sale deeds and reversion of the tribal land in terms of the provisions of the CNT Act. A fervent contention has been raised on behalf of the appellant that two separate prosecutions were impermissible because the allegations in both the cases are overlapping. However, the fact remains that the appellant has undergone custodial incarceration of more than 10 months in the present case as well. The sentence awarded to the appellant in the other case involving allegations of acquisitions of disproportionate assets having been suspended by this court, we are inclined to grant bail to the appellant in the present case also. Accordingly, we direct that the appellant shall be released on bail by suspending the substantive sentence of imprisonment awarded by the trial court, subject to the condition that the appellant files an undertaking before the trial court within 7 days of his release, stating that he shall assist in the process of restoration of the tribal land to its original status as and when required. The release of the appellant on bail shall further be subject to such other terms and conditions as the trial court may deem fit to impose, and upon furnishing bail, bonds and sureties of the satisfaction of the trial court. Full stop.